Welcome to Gist Dish TV, your ultimate gist corner. If you are new here, you are highly welcome. Please, do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you never miss any exclusive Nollywood gist. For my returning subscribers, I appreciate you all. Your loyalty keeps the stories coming. Now, make yourself comfortable because today's gist is deep, spicy, and definitely not for the faint-hearted. Sonia Uche has been shaking Nollywood and the internet for a while now. Before you roll your eyes and say, "Why is it always Sonia?" stop and think for a second. This is not praise singing, blind fandom, or clout chasing. This is reality. This is what happens when success is loud, fast, and undeniable. Sonia started like any other actress, taking roles, showing up on sets, hustling, and building her brand quietly. She did the work. She learned. She grinded. Then suddenly, she became a producer, not in some far-off future, but releasing projects back-to-back, almost immediately. And just as people were adjusting to that, boom again. She now owns her own production house, her own space, not rented, not borrowed, fully hers. That is when the tension began. Big names, established producers, people who had been in Nollywood longer than her, started calling, asking if her space was available, asking to shoot their projects there. If you don't understand why this would trigger anger, you need to understand human nature. People don't hate poverty. They hate success that is too loud, too fast, and gives them no time to adjust. Sonia moved past expectations, broke patterns, and forced the industry to notice. When a woman does that in Nollywood, people notice differently. When a man succeeds fast, applause follows. When a woman does it, the first questions are how, who helped her, why is she acting proud? Sonia's only crime is working hard, building, and achieving results without seeking permission or approval. She didn't insult anyone. She didn't drag anyone online. She simply worked, smiled, produced results, and let the outcome speak. And that silence hurts more than noise. Some people in the industry, used to slow, predictable growth, suddenly felt uncomfortable. Some tried to minimize her achievements. Others tried to question them. But Sonia continued. She acted, she produced, she influenced, she built. She created opportunities and employed people without unnecessary drama. And that alone put pressure on people who preferred excuses over work. Now let's talk about Maurice Sam because he is part of the conversation that always comes up when Sonia Uche's name trends. Every time Maurice shows up in the public eye, every smile, every collaboration, every small interaction, the internet reacts. Maurice doesn't owe the public explanations. Sonia doesn't owe the public explanations. They are two adults who can collaborate without the world interpreting everything as romance or drama. But the internet is never satisfied. Shipping has become a religion for some people. People obsess over connections between them even when none exists. If you don't ship, you are considered a hater. If you ship moderately, you are betraying someone. If you say focus on work, you are labeled cold or negative. Social media has turned normal interactions into pressure points, and both Sonia and Maurice feel the heat. Fans are powerful. Fans can build or break someone. Sonia's fan base is massive, her views climb, her projects succeed, but that visibility comes with pressure. Every smile, every post, every live stream is analyzed. If she posts too late, people complain. If she posts early, people analyze. If she stays quiet, theories emerge. Support has turned into expectation. Love has turned into entitlement. Some fans act like she owes them constant updates, explanations, and public affirmation. Fame is not a prison sentence. Support should feel like a gift, not a chain. The issue is amplified when peace gestures enter the mix. Maurice Sam recently publicly prayed for Sonia. Other fan bases joined in showing maturity. But some people ignore these gestures, choosing instead to start conflict, drag names, and create tension where none exists. Shipping, loyalty, and online arguments have become tools for some to attack, insult, and fabricate narratives about both Sonia and Maurice. Then when reactions happen, those same people pretend innocence and ask, why is the industry toxic? Screenshots, receipts, and videos exist. You cannot rewrite history because it doesn't favor your narrative. Another point to consider is how female success intimidates. Sonia has survived lies, fake news, character attacks, and negative narratives that would have broken less determined people. Some women, not just men, feel threatened. Silent competition begins. Instead of celebrating, envy grows. Instead of learning, bitterness develops. Sonia's success is a blueprint for what is possible: act, produce, influence, build, and employ without unnecessary noise. But the people who feel threatened want to see her fall. They wait for scandals or mistakes because society loves to lift women up just to tear them down. The digital age makes numbers seductive. Likes, views, shares, and followers feel good. They validate, but they can also create fear. Fear of underperforming, fear of disappointing, fear of comparison. Some creators stop creating for joy and start creating from pressure. Today fans love you, tomorrow they move on. Despite all this, Sonia continues. She shows up, acts, produces, engages, smiles, and appreciates. That alone is strength. That alone is resilience. That alone demands respect. This brings us to the first discussion. Female success versus industry expectations. Sonia's rise exposes a harsh reality. Men are celebrated for speed, women are interrogated. When a woman moves fast, society often scrutinizes more than it applauds. Is that fair? Should talent, hard work, and results be questioned differently for women than men? Sonia has answered that question with her growth, but the discussion continues online. The second discussion is fan behavior, support versus entitlement. Fans hold power in the digital era. They can make stars or crush them. But at what point does enthusiasm turn toxic? When does love become control? Sonia's fans show incredible loyalty, but the same loyalty can push unreasonable expectations. Fans have to ask themselves, do we support artists genuinely, or do we claim ownership of their time, attention, and personal choices? The third discussion revolves around social media, shipping, and public perception. Maurice Sam and Sonia Uche's collaborations are natural professional interactions. But shipping culture has weaponized their appearances, using them to fight other fans, create fake narratives, or drag reputations. Social media often exaggerates connections, normal interactions become scandals, and silence is interpreted as plotting. Shouldn't there be boundaries? Shouldn't the public respect the personal and professional space of celebrities? Sonia and Maurice navigate this every day, yet the internet rarely gives credit for their professionalism and restraint. Sonia is not perfect. No one is. But her ability to keep grinding, building, and producing results in the face of scrutiny, pressure, and online chaos shows a level of mental toughness many will never understand. Every birthday wish, every comment, every post becomes a moment of analysis, yet she continues. She shows grace in the storm, resilience in the chaos, and patience in the face of entitlement. Fans, bloggers, and social media users must reflect, do we truly support our stars, or do we just love drama? Are we celebrating growth, or only tolerating success that doesn't threaten our comfort? Today it is Sonia Uche. Tomorrow it will be another young actress asking herself if success will invite admiration or attacks. The answers we create online shape the culture of Nollywood fandom. Support should be genuine, love should be free, and respect for boundaries should be standard. At the end of the day, fame fades, trends move on, the internet forgets, but mental scars remain. Nobody deserves harassment, false narratives, or constant scrutiny. Sonia Uche and Maurice Sam have survived it all, and yet they remain focused on work, growth, and positivity. That is a lesson for fans, industry players, and aspiring stars alike. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to Gist Dish TV, your ultimate Gist corner. Discuss the points: how should female success be treated, where does fan support end and entitlement begin, and how should the internet respect celebrity boundaries? Drop your thoughts, and let's keep this conversation going. Stay sharp, stay informed, and don't let the internet use your head.